Hi and what's up everybody, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome, and feel free to subscribe and also ring that bell so you'll be updated about my new videos. And as announced, this whole week I will be reviewing new perfume pairs from designer brands, and today's turn is Illusione or Illusion Collection that was launched in 2019 by Bottega Veneta, and this new release of two perfumes for him and for her was very exciting for me because first of all, the notes. I always look into the notes. Let me know if you're like me and you love to know the notes first before you test the perfume, or you first want to smell a fragrance and build an opinion about it and later on to find out about the notes. Let me know. I'm very curious about your type. I'm definitely notes first type, and these notes made me quite curious because those were not like typically designer notes. No. They were quite cool, and the bottles looked very nice. So when they appeared in our stores in Germany, I believe even in the late spring or maybe summer, of course I went ahead and tested them, but I wasn't really impressed. I mean, like, they weren't bad, but they were just like, meh, like, okay, like, they didn't touch me, didn't impress me, so I passed on them. But since I'm reviewing perfume pairs and these two are brand new, I decided to give them another chance, and I'm very glad that I did. Actually, my colleague told me that she likes these two fragrances, and I was like, really? So I decided to try them out again, and I'm happy that I did. So I went ahead to the store, I tried them out, and as I ordered something, I got a sample of Feminine's fragrance Illusione that looks like this, but you'll see the bottle on the screen anyway. And I wore it several times out, and I think with these fragrances, actually as with all fragrances, you really need to try them on your skin, and I always do in the store, but sometimes that just doesn't do the trick right. You need to wear them out, and I'm telling you, these are real nice. So if you missed previous videos about Run Wild collection by DAVIDOFF or The Scent Absolute for him and for her by HUGO Boss, check out the description box down below, links you'll find in there. But in those videos I started with a masculine fragrance, and I think I'll do the same today. So I went ahead to the store and I tried it out on my skin, on the paper, and what I love the most about the masculine perfume, even though I love everything about it, the opening, it's amazing. Sometimes you really need to wait, and like the opening is not the best part, because normally opening starts with something citrusy and spicy, and a lot of times it can smell a little bit synthetic, especially in modern designer perfumes. These citruses reminded me directly of my beloved cologne by Mercedes-Benz that I have already reviewed on my channel. In case you missed that video, check it out. But I love it because it's an energizer in a bottle. If you want a very energetic perfume, very citrusy, sparkling, bright, with some fun green notes and extreme citruses, and just in a very happy mix, that's this one. But the Illusion for Him by Bottega Veneta is similar to it in the opening because of those lively, sparkling, a little bit sweet but still citruses. And later on, the fragrance develops as a woody one, and I particularly smell the note of cedar, and it reminds me of cut in a tree because it smells so aromatic and really woody. And in the dry down, more of a vetiver comes through, and as you might know, I'm not the biggest fan of vetiver. I just don't really like that note because it smells masculine and it can really overtone the whole composition. And in this one, it is more nutty and less earthy as vetiver can be, so it still captivates those citruses from the opening, and there is a woody part, but then it gets more body. And even though I read a few complaints online that this perfume lacks some body and is too fleeting and weak, I need to disagree, because it lasts on the skin. It is not the most long-lasting perfume, you need to keep that in mind. So if you're the fan of intense fragrances, this might not really be the one for you, but it's a lovely, everyday friendly, work appropriate perfume, and if you wear it, I'm sure you'll please ladies. And I love how authentic it is, because I find that brands fail with designer masculine fragrances, and this one is a real nice surprise. You can tell that I can go on and tell you how much I love it. The performance could be better, I need to agree. It is more like airy, but still very decent release. Oh, and you know which fragrance it reminded me of too? Of Cologne by Guerlain. If you love Cologne by Mercedes-Benz and you love Cologne by Guerlain, you want something like that, that's this new one. It's from the same leak. The price on the masculine one is okay, and the bottle is pretty too. It is as lively and lovely as my t-shirt today. But let's talk about the feminine version now. I have a sample. Once again, I wore it a few times. I sprayed it in the store today, and I actually want to spray it again because I just love how it smells. And it's so funny because the star in here is fig leaf, and I'm not the biggest fan of fig in the perfumery. I don't know why, because actually it's a lovely note. It can be creamy, it can be green, fruity, it has different facets to it, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it. And I don't really know a lot of designer perfumes in which fig is so outstanding as in Illusion for Her by Bottega Veneta. So if you know some fig-centered designer fragrance, please comment it down below for me. But they describe the new fragrance for her, Illusion or Illusione by Bottega Veneta, as a suspended moment shaped with fresh floral and strong woody notes to live essential daydream. To live essential daydream. Sorry, I am filming this video late at night. I went to a football game today, and believe me, I'm very active there. There are like 20 men and little Yana, and I'm screaming and running, and I'm telling everybody what to do, and they all love me. So yeah, anyway, going back to this fragrance, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. It's different from all the releases, and if it didn't do it to you in the first place, you might really wanna sample it again. I think it's an excellent fragrance for late summer and beginning of autumn, because it starts as a green leafy sort of a scent because of that fig leaf, and there is some sort of undefined fruitiness in there that is more like green and even creamy. Yeah, I love that creamy green fruitiness in there. Later on it develops as fresh floral scent. There is actually the note of jasmine, which is in the majority of popular feminine designer fragrances, but it's lovely there. However, it makes this fragrance very powdery, and as you know, I love powdery everything, but if you don't, you need to be careful with it, because in the dry down it's very powdery. And it's interesting because once again it is that sort of green, creamy, fruity powderiness. Of course, there is also a floral part, and I love how delicate it is, how sensual it is, how just elegant it is. It is a great release. It is very pricey though, in my personal opinion, and the performance could be better once again, as well as with masculine one. I mean, like, these are more airy perfumes. These are not fragrances that are like, boom, I'm there, you know, like, no. These are haute couture fragrances that you want to wear if you're an elegant person. That fragrance is also quite versatile as the masculine one. You can wear it to work, you can wear it on a day casual occasion, or even if you are doing something in the evening, this fragrance has beautiful scent to it, and I definitely recommend you the masculine and the feminine version to try. And if you have already done that, please let me know how it went and what do you think about these. And if you haven't tried them yet, give them a chance. And so far, this is one of the best perfume pairs that was released 2019 that I've tried. But if you know some that you want me to talk about, let me know all your feedback in the comments. Check out the description box, and I'm really looking forward to hear from you. So with that being said, if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to do so, and like this video if you enjoyed watching it and found it helpful. And that's all. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Stay tuned, smell good, and we'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.